Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Let's have a look at a post shared out by Dr. Ekuru OK through his X account. The post is going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Hashtag Kenyans on X. Speaking from Rome and not Kenya, President William RUTO says he will defy the court order of 26th January 24 declaring deployment of 1,000 police officers to Haiti unconstitutional and illegal. Read this article and you will agree that the president needs help, whether it's counseling or some other type of help, but he needs help. From that post, Dr. Ekuru OK seems to be doubting William RUTO's mental health. That's what I can make of that post. Before we dig deep, let's listen to the same news captured by Citizen.
Na kwingineko, Rais William RUTO sasa amesema kuwa serikali yake itaendelea na mipango yake ya kuwatuma maafisa wa polisi Haiti licha ya amri ya mahakama kuzuia hatua hiyo. Rais akisema kuwa mpango huo unaungwa mkono na shirika la Umoja wa Mataifa na utaendelea punde tu Haiti itakapowasilisha ombi lake rasmi. Wiki jana mahakama hapa nchini ilitaja hatua hiyo kuwa kinyume cha sheria, kama anavyoarifu Brenda Wanga.
Chini ya wiki moja baada ya mahakama kupiga breki mipango ya serikali ya kuwapeleka maafisa wa polisi nchini Haiti, Rais William RUTO sasa anasisitiza kuwa mipango hiyo itaendelea.
I think there is a misinterpretation of what the court did. The court gave a different option. The court said, okay, don't use the route of the National Security Council going to Parliament and using the route that is given for the military. Use a bilateral route. So the court has suggested that we don't need to go the laborious way. We need simply to have a bilateral agreement between Kenya and Haiti, and that is sufficient for us to deploy our police.
Akizungumza mjini Roma nchini Italia, Rais anasisitiza kuwa Kenya bado inaweza kupata njia za kuwatuma polisi wake katika taifa hilo linalokumbwa na misukosuko.
We already have a bilateral relations with Haiti. All that needs to be done now is for Haiti to make a request to Kenya, and the mission will go ahead. So that mission can go ahead as soon as next week if all the paperwork is done between Kenya and Haiti on the bilateral route that has been suggested.
Katika uamuzi wake wiki jana, mahakama kuu ilisema kuwa sheria inaruhusu tu wanajeshi kutumwa nje ya nchi na wala sio polisi, na kwamba hatua hii inayopendekezwa inaweza kutekelezwa kupitia Baraza la Kitaifa la Usalama baada ya kupokea ombi kutoka Baraza Kuu la Usalama la Umoja wa Mataifa.
The act of deploying police officers to Haiti is unconstitutional, illegal and void.
Hata hivyo, Rais RUTO anasema serikali inaweza kuendelea na mipango yake kupitia uhusiano na makubaliano yaliyoko baina ya Kenya na Haiti.
Yes. That's William RUTO speaking in Italy. Listening to William RUTO, RUTO seems to be contradicting himself. But in this video, I want to explain some 3 things coming out from those sentiments made by William RUTO. The first thing coming out very clearly, William RUTO is very desperate to please the West. He cares a lot about the West and not Kenyans or the rule of law in Kenya. Do a research on the ground. In fact, most of these things William RUTO is pushing by force are very unpopular on the ground. Do a research. Majority of Kenyans are against our police service being deployed to Haiti. And the reason is very simple. There is a lot of insecurity in the country. In fact, where William Ruto comes from, in the Rift Valley, a lot of insecurity. So instead of sending our police to Haiti, a very far off country where we obviously have no interest in, why can't William Ruto first beef up security in the country? Ruto is very desperate to please the West. And that's something that will work against him in the event of an election. And then secondly, Ruto made a promise to the West. A promise he has clearly failed to deliver. Instead of accepting the reality that the promise has failed, he is still giving hope to the West. And that again exposes that desperation to please the West. Why can't William Ruto just accept that the courts ruled against that kind of an idea? When he starts now even giving time frame that in the next maybe 1 week, everything will be sorted out, is William Ruto an employee of the judiciary? Why is it trying to organize the courts? I think it just exposes that desperation by William Ruto. And I'm also seeing a William Ruto who has got an inflated ego. He thinks he's just too powerful to be stopped by anybody. Anytime he speaks, he wants people to know how powerful he is, to a point that even the courts cannot stop him. And by trying to project that image, Ruto is exposing himself as a dictator, somebody not following the law. Yes, he's exposing himself as somebody not following the law. And that's a very big embarrassment for him. Only that maybe it's not seen. And that's why I'm in agreement with Dr. Ekuru coach that Ruto needs help. Sometimes back in this forum, we did analyze that. Just look at the things Ruto is doing. He's doing the exact opposite of things. He's making a promise today. Tomorrow, he has even forgotten that he made that promise. He doesn't even care to fulfill on the promise. It's high time the West should understand who they are dealing with. They should understand who they are dealing with. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe. Give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. But the remarks by William Ruto confirms he's lying to himself and still lying to the West. So it exposes him as just the usual liar. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, this issue of affordable housing is a scam. Why am I saying it's a scam, Honorable Speaker? If you look at the government giving land for free, number one, the same government is giving tax-free building materials. Same government is giving value-added taxes free. And also transferring that land is free of charge. And how, I don't know what kind of calculation they're making. After giving free government land, which is a public land, to an individual, and then that individual builds properties at not affordable price, but at an affordable price, commercial price. Mr. Speaker, if you go today, Honorable Lomonen is my witness. He bought 104 square meter property in Great Wall. He bought 2 maisonettes, 2 apartments, at the cost of 3.5 million shillings. He has documents. I am his witness. And if you look at 104, you divide 3.5 million, divide by 104, you are getting that land at 34,000 shillings, 34,000 per square meter. So why should somebody tell me that after giving this land for free, this land, the price should go to 90,000 per square meter? I don't know why.